Hi, it's Ramsey Dewey at the JX Fight Club in Shanghai, China. And at risk of sounding metaphysical, I want to talk about the Seat of Consciousness. Now, hear me out. This has a lot to do with fighting, with martial arts, and not the hokey, mumbo-jumbo mysticism of martial arts, but real, practical fighting. Now, the seat of consciousness, I want you to think, where in your body do you feel yourself existing? Where are you in your body? Now, a lot of people, I would say probably most people, feel like they exist in their headspace, like somewhere up here. They close their eyes, they're like, oh, okay, I feel like I'm up here. And some people feel very strongly like their consciousness is like right here, somewhere in their heart, that area. And some people, not very many, feel like it's just sort of like around them, or even outside of them, like a bubble outside the body. Now, what that actually is, well, that's a lot of things. But how that applies to the physical universe is how we are perceiving our perceptions of proprioception, bodily kinesthetic awareness, our bodily kinesthetic intelligence, and a number of other senses, who knows, maybe even dozens of senses, about how we perceive ourselves relative to others and relative to the physical universe. Okay, so let's go up to those cephalocentric, that's a $5 college word for you. Cephalocentric thinking, that's like feeling like you exist up here in your headspace. And I notice this with most beginner fighters, most beginner grapplers. When they start to train, they'll always try to attack the head. They'll grab the head and they'll squeeze it. They'll grab their opponent's head and they'll hold onto it. If they find themselves in a bad position or a good one, either way, they'll hug the head and hold onto it. Because again, that's where they perceive the seat of consciousness of themselves and their opponent. So they feel like if I attack this, if I smother this, if I hold on to this, I've regained control. Now, me personally, I feel like I exist somewhere around here. And maybe that's unusual. Again, most people that I've talked to feel like it's up in their head, but I've always felt like, I exist, like my seat of consciousness is somewhere around here. And so I feel like I've got a very different approach to fighting than a lot of people. So instead of thinking cephalocentrically, it's more thinking outside the box, if you will, outside this box, the body. So I like to approach problem solving in fighting in a way of, well, what else can I do? What are the other possible solutions? And because of that, I make lots and lots of mistakes in the gym, which is where we can afford to do it, as opposed to, making those mistakes in an actual fight where it matters. So, just some food for thought. Think about, where in your body do you exist? Is it in your head? Is it in your heart? Is it outside of the body? Is it in your index finger? Who knows? And think about how that actually affects the way that you train, the way that you move, the way that you fight, and the way that you interact with other people on a personal level, as well as a combative level. Because again, I have noticed it makes a big difference. So, mull over that. Thanks for watching. Now, get out there and train.